Okay, everybody, listen up. We're going to get ready to take this tour. So we're going to probably try and at least go single file until we can spread out in the hallway. So, Emmanuel, if you can introduce yourself, and let's see if we can start this tour.
So we'll start here in the kitchen, do the regular
Yeah.
round of building. All right, my name is Emmanuel. Everyone calls me E. I work here at Heartbeat Studios. We're just going to do a quick walkthrough of the building and show you like certain things that we have. We do have a setup for one of Kevin's shows that actually shoots next week called Coldest Balls. But where you're at right now is the kitchen lounge area. Even though it looks like a production, it's still a fully functioning lounge area. You sit in here, watch the football game, boxing or whatever, the fridge, the kitchen. Everything is fully functional, personal or professional wise. So if you want to shoot here, it's that. If you come in here and hang out on a weekend, then it's that type of vibe for like Sunday football or NBA basketball. So it's literally like you cook, you clean your mess up, and it's literally like at home. So we make sure everyone that comes in is, hospitality for everyone.
Okay?
So from here, we'll head to the sound stage.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's do single file as much as we can because the hallways aren't that wide.
Cool kids to the back. Flip-flops. Right now we have Coldest Balls, sponsored by Old Spice, and we actually shoot next week with Kevin. I have no idea who's on the show, but if you've seen the show, cool. If not, go to YouTube, pull up Coldest Balls, and he actually interviews athletes, and they sit in these two tubs. And next week, if you come through here, it's literally going to be a ton of people back there with cameras recording the show. Like, I want to say last week, a couple months ago, either Saquon Barkley or the brother from Detroit Lions was here on the show. So we have various athletes that come in and hang out with Kevin for about a half hour, and they do a really cool, fun interview. So if you want to take pictures, go ahead. But this is our main sound stage. As we continue through the building, you'll just see like the warehouse, the green screen, white site, and particular production offices.
E, I have a question. How long does it take to set this up and tear it down?
That is the production. They actually come in on Monday, and the light and camera guys come in and set up, and they're prepping for a Wednesday shoot actually. So since everything is modestly set up, it's just the camera, grip, electric guys come in and run a few technical tests, and then we're ready for the show for Wednesday. Kevin comes in for a couple hours, him and the guests. He normally shoots 2 episodes, no more than 2 episodes. He'll shoot 2, he's out, and then we'll shoot 2 more probably the next day or whenever the next scheduled date is. But it all depends on how long the art department comes in and retouches up everything. But this set's been sitting quietly for maybe about 2 or 3 weeks as is.
Okay. And one last question. About how many people does it take to set this thing up and operate it? I mean, give or take a few.
It's a typical TV production, so you're talking anywhere on a minimum 15 people up to maybe 30. It all depends on what they're trying to accomplish for that particular production. So I don't have an accurate number, but I know when the show is up, it's literally 25, 30 people in here doing whatever necessary to get the show up and running.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
How exactly how cold do balls get? Celsius or?
It's a TV show. I can't give away certain things, but it's a TV.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's a TV show where he interviews athletes, and there's a facade of sitting in cold water, giving a cool interview based on like the locker room setting and with the Old Spice sponsorship. So it's that. So anyone in here that's played sports, you know what the setting is like. Post game, pre game, talking with your teammate or whatever. So yeah, it's that. Now, if you hadn't played sports, I can't really explain it to you.
Okay.
How long does it take for a show to be filmed in one day?
Actually, the cool thing is, it's a really cool show. It's literally like, there's like maybe 3 or 4 camera guys to get all the shots. And what they'll do, they'll give bullet points and have Kevin and the guests, what they're going to talk about. They'll run that for like 20 minutes. They'll stop, hey, hit these bullet points, they'll ease down in the water, hey, hit these bullet points, and then from there, they'll literally just let it roll as a conversation. So I'm thinking maybe an hour tops per episode till record it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 20 or 25, no more than that, when they upload it and release it. But it's just literally a cool conversation. He has the bullet points and the questions, but because Kevin is so good at what he does, based on the answer, he may go from there and it'll carry the entire show.
Okay, all right, guys.
And as you see back here, you'll see like the behind the stage, certain things of the show, how it, like all the props and things like that were happening behind the scenes. This is like cool. Let me make sure everyone is in. And this is our green screen slash white site, green site, white site. Normally it's split 50-50, but we've been doing a lot of productions that require the green screen on it. I'm not sure how many of you all are into the technology of filmmaking or TV making and know the aspects of the green screen, but you can shoot something here and create your own background, whatever. Like you can sit two people here and you're here in LA, but you can create it where there's someplace else across the globe. You know, a lot of reality shows, they do it where you think they're in the living room and it's a green screen. So this is what this screen is for. So we've done a Paris Hilton project where people think she's in her home and she's here. So pretty cool, you know, TV aesthetics.
Do they paint this over every time, or? Like?
It all depends. Normally if it's like this, we'll have it cleaned and it's modest and things of that nature. But if it's like something where we can't paint, where we can't like clean it, we'll just repaint over it. And a lot of times it's literally split 50-50 where that side is white, this side is green. But it all depends on the production, what they want for it. So if we're doing like a car show or something, it'll be all white. If we're doing a reality show and they want to matte what they're shooting with the green screen, then it'll be that. They'll put a carpet here, a monitor, have the person sit here in a chair, and they'll record it. And then when they edit it, it looks like they're someplace else other than the green screen.
And I had a question of you guys. Does anybody know what a psych is?
What?
A psych. Anybody? Raise your hand.
Show psych? Psychic. Psychic, no? Psych.
See, these are terms that you guys have got to know when you're in a soundstage, man. E, can you tell them what this?
I'm not going to be put on the spot, but it's more like a screen. It's literally like a green or white backdrop. That's literally what it is. Psych, where I forgot the actual term of it, so I'm not going to pretend like I know what it is, but I just know green and white psych, and I know for what each one is used for.
Right, and these are the kind of things that you have to really put into nomenclature, meaning your vocabulary. Because if you guys don't know this language and you want to work in this business, it's going to be tough. So it means that you guys have to research all these terms. Everything he's going to tell you and everything we're going to learn today are terms that you can look up and learn and, you know, commit. So, you know, again, just kind of listen to these terms and make sure you got them down. Okay?
You all want to see the parking lot as well?
Yeah, let's we got enough
We'll
time.
come through here, then we'll double back. Right here's the garage where we keep a lot of props at for various shows. We have barrels for Heart to Heart, which they actually use on the green screen. They put these barrels here and they create a facade of a winery, and it's literally those barrels. And then the rest of this stuff is just literally just regular props that we use for various shows. We have a golf cart where we go from stage to stage and do donuts in the parking lot, so it's pretty cool with that. This set right here is part of the Old Spice Coldest Ball set. So they come back here and they add on to their show or whatever. Then we have a building area where if they need to build extra stuff for the set. Excuse me 1 second, watch your back.
Has anybody ever heard of a prop master? So that'd be a person who would work back here and take inventory of all these things that are back here.
Actually, we have Kevin's production designer. He should be coming in sometime today to build something because of the weather. So I thought he'd be here by now. Right here's just our regular parking lot, but normally this is the loading garage. So if you're doing a production, everyone loads in here, they build back here, park back here, hang out. There's a hangout area over there. There's one right here. We have a couple cars back here that should be covered, and the wind blew the cover off. So, but normally, like back here, people come back here, take a break. Catering's back here. You come back here, have some cool conversations. And this is literally like the main garage. What we do, we'll go back in, and then we'll go to the office side of the building. Okay.
Paper Cup Boys thing on the
Plastic Cup Boys.
Classic Cup Boys.
It's on the garage door. They shot both seasons of the car show here. So here, I'll pull it down. That's what we're talking about.
There we go. See? Now we here.
We did 2 seasons of the car show with these guys with Kevin, and they shot here at various locations throughout LA. I think they went out of town to Arizona as well. But we did 1 episode here. We had green grass back here. It was really cool, and then we had to put it on the floor. So I think it's on Motor Trend and Roku. There's a couple channels that it's on now, which is New Age of Media. So, but yeah, they did 2 seasons of this particular show.
Now we've arrived.
We'll come back to here when we're going to the business side of the building. Yeah. Stay
We can take a picture of that. Right.
For everyone here, this is a radio studio for comedian Earthquake. He does a show on Sirius XM radio. It's called Quake's House. So it's a set studio. He actually just came back a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So they shoot here every Tuesday and Wednesday. Quake is the host, and maybe 4 or 5 coolest comedians every day. So each episode is 5 different comedians. So throughout the course of the week, I see 15 different comedians coming in here, going on tour, various comedians that we all know, and support their work, up and coming, or those that are on a higher level. So it's pretty cool to bump into these comics in the hallway. Like, oh wow, they're in the building. So yeah, so we just had that this past Tuesday and Wednesday. So you guys are about a day short. And this is a set thing, so we don't flip-flop for anything. If we film it here, they have to film it exactly as is, give or take moving the chair. So other than that, it's set for Earthquake.
And guys, I might mention, when everybody's onboarded in the program, we know exactly how to kind of match you with the experiences. There's a gentleman by the name of Munir Mahmood, who's not here today, who will try to match you guys with opportunities to be on a set and look over the shoulders of these productions as they're happening. Because that's the on-the-job training that we hope to be able to make sure you guys have, so that you can basically make sure that you can fit in potentially here or on any set. But that's the goal, really, is to do on-the-job training. Okay.
Right here, if you all can squeeze in either door, this is just the main lobby, or coming in through the back parking lot. We have no receptionist, so this is a facade of someone sitting at the desk. But it's just the look when you come in. We get a lot of people that film in here, or if we're doing a massive production, this turns into a production office. But it's normally quiet on this side of the building throughout the week. Like literally, if you all not here, the lights will be off. It'll be totally quiet here. And like I say, only the activity is Quake's House every Tuesday and Wednesday when they come in. And again, between those 2 days, you may see 15 or 20 different comics of who's who in and out being interviewed on your show.
Hey, E, is this monitor wall, does this ever
Yes,
come back on?
those monitor walls, when we're filming with Kevin, we bring it up and he just loops all of his productions, his interviews, things of that nature. If you're here in the fall time, if you like NFL football between September In January, if we're working on the weekend, we run football on here. So you come in here, you'll see Fox NFL, NBC NFL, or whatever football game is on the weekend. We'll put like 20 chairs here for lunch, and the guys, whoever likes football, will watch it while we're working, just to keep people motivated throughout the course of the day. But other than that, we'll run and loop like all the stuff with Kevin, his shows, his interviews, clips and things of that of his TV shows and movies.
Excuse me, let me look around here.
All right, on this side of the building, we have various like office rooms. Some I can open, some I can't. That particular one is my boss's, Lanier's office, who runs the building and takes care of everything, so we can't go in there. And then we have other two offices, which are run by Kevin's writers. They have their own company called Blue Speech. They do a lot of cool writing in these two offices here, so that's personal space.
Casting director.
Oh, Kim Cole. Actually, no, that's Kim Cole's from the actual and Living Single show.
Oh,
Not that
okay.
Kim
I know.
Okay.
him,
We did a
okay.
photo shoot last week
Yeah.
with him. They should have took it down, but I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes. This room right here is used as a green room or office, depending on like what you're here for that particular day. So we have multiple talent. One talent used to come in here and chill in the aviation room. It has like, we call it the brown room. So everything in there has like this cool coffee brown look to it.
Yeah, come on in. It smells great, guys. In there, it smells good.
I'm glad it does.
That's
I haven't been in there since
That's what I'm
now.
talking about. That's
Yeah. So
That's
that's
what-
like the map of the world in there, pretty cool aviation room. So we try to make it like if someone's here for 8-9 hours a day, we try to make it like,
Comfy,
humble.
somewhere
Yeah,
to
exactly.
chill,
Like
yeah.
if they're at home or something like that. So it's you don't feel like you're at work. And then down here we have another green room, which clearly you'll see the other name from the young lady from the Living Single. But we just did some promo shoots for their upcoming podcast that they're doing at Heartbeat. So those of you that
cool.
are Living Single fans from back in the day, they're doing a podcast on a Heartbeat called Reliving Single.
you guys peek in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you all can squeeze in here. Sorry about the mess. We're kind of flip-flopping some things, so I'll explain when everyone gets in here.
Speaking of Living Single, I got some tribute. So the actor, Kyle, voices a very prominent Sony character.
Everybody step in.
No, I know he's from Chicago. That's all I know about
Kratos
him.
got award.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is he?
I know he's from
He was the
Chicago.
The first,
Yeah, the first one, Kratos, and the new one's Chris Judge. Yeah.
I know he's from Chicago. I met him in passing, and I'm from Gary, Indiana, so we shared that
Oh, my
Midwest
dad's
love.
from Gary, Indiana.
You say what?
My dad's from Gary,
Oh, that's
Indiana.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. He did the right thing, but bouncing.
Trust
Trust me, Dad. That's why I'm here. Are you born and raised out here, or?
I'm from Michigan. I'm from Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, okay. My family,
my whole family's from
Lansing. I would say Detroit, but they moved to Grosse Pointe now. They made some economical progress.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I got those in Flint, so I'll talk about that off camera.
That's where my grandparents from. They from Flint.
Okay.
Yeah, they from
Hey,
deep Detroit. Yeah,
Welcome to
Deep
freedom.
Detroit.
deep Detroit. They from deep Detroit.
Welcome to freedom. And Saginaw. I got family in
Oh,
Saginaw.
Sag Nasty. Got
Yep,
it.
there,
Yeah.
Sag
there we
Nasty.
go.
Yeah,
Yep. We
That's
have-
cold as balls right there.
Yeah, there we go. So all those, yeah. We speak the same language.
We're glad we're here.
Yes.
We're in the restaurant.
This particular room, we shoot straight from the heart radio show. That's on Sirius XM. It's not a podcast. It's a radio show. They're on hiatus right now, which is why you see a lot of stuff here. So when they come back, we'll move everything, put everything up. But these are the guys that are on the show: Spank, Naeem, Joey, Wayne, and Harry. Kevin comes on sporadically, does a guest appearance, but he has his own project, Comedy Gold Mine. So he's doing that as well. So Right now, we're just on hiatus with this, but this is where we film it at, normally Mondays and Wednesdays, and we come in here and we have fun. So if you have feelings or emotions, this is not the show for you to sit in on. That's the best I can tell you on that. If you're part of council culture, that ain't the show for you. Right here, we have a overflow of things from various offices that we're downsizing, moving from one office to the next, so you gotta excuse the mess. But, this is normally our game room space, pool table, poker table.
Everybody step forward, everybody step forward.
This is normally the game room, but we're rearranging right now. We got product water from Past Water. Like I said, we're in the midst of Coldest Ball, so they utilize a lot of this space for their crops and art department. So next week, this will be filled up with a lot of props for Coldest Ball, since they're running back and forth to the set. So this month we have empty. So, and then through here is hair and makeup. We don't have a lot of office space. All offices you've seen are taken care of. So
Everybody step in. Step in if you guys can.
lighting and do whatever needed for the studio. So whenever you shoot your talent, or like for the guys who need a haircut or whatever, we have barbershop chairs. We have all the space out here to like make sure everything's good to go and things of that nature. Let's see here. Next up, hopefully everyone will fit in the recording studio.
I think we're gonna have to take turns, probably about 10 people at a time. Everybody step in as much as you can.
Is that it? This right here is our recording studio. We do voiceovers in here for animation and books. They've done music productions in here with various musical artists, but mainly it's just voiceovers for Kevin or stuff he has to do for TV shows and movies. And also when he's here at the studio, this is his green room. He doesn't have an office here, so when he's here, this is his own personal space. We'll set out everything that he needs. We put one of the TVs on ESPN, and then that particular TV will show us on the stage, and they can hear what's going on the stage. Other than that, he's back here with his team, and he's good. It's literally like, it's very simple. It's like his water, his chips, his sports, and his team is back here taking care of business in between shoots. And when he's done, he's out. Yeah. So we come here, lock the door, and then that's it.
Did they do Little Kevin here?
They did some voiceover work for that here. I think maybe the first couple episodes they were here. So yeah, shout out to my man Matt Claybrook who did the show. So yeah, that's all.
Slink. Look at Brown. Slink.
Right. Is it possible to speak on what's going over at the West Hollywood office, or what goes on?
No, I cannot comment on that. Because I'm out here all the time, so I couldn't tell you what they're doing. It's like your left hand and right hand trying to meet up in the middle of the street. So is that
You got it.
Like they're there in WeHo and we're here in Canoga Park. So that would be something you'd have to go down there and get those particular interviews for.
Okay, guys.
But like out here, like I say, when Kevin's here, this is his green room. If he's not here, it's pretty much quiet out here. We're prepping for the next project. Like next week, we're prepping for a couple podcasts next week, as well as Coldest Balls. Those are only two things on our agenda for the next couple weeks.
Okay, guys.
And
All right, so-
whoever's at the door, just go straight out the hallway and it'll lead you right back to the kitchen lounge area. Interesting. That's a notebook. We leave it here for whoever's coming in here to write down readers. Yeah, go for it. No, yeah,
Okay, guys, so in no particular order, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get everybody in. Anybody lagging behind? Okay. Okay, so this is impromptu, but this is what I'd like to do is to get everybody familiar with the set here. But what we want to do is we're going to have Ivan, who's our cameraman. We're going to see if we can get everybody mic'd up, lavaliered up, so that you guys can, again, project who and what you want to do once you get either out of university or community college or in your own professional development. We want to figure out how we can get this on camera. So does anybody have a problem with telling us who you are and why we should match up this particular space with your hopes and dreams? Does anybody have a problem with doing it?
Let's do it.
Okay, so, somebody has a problem? So the goal is I'm going to do this in a way where I'm going to set up some of our professionals because they're used to being on camera and see if we can have them set the standard for how we want to be able to get a lightning round of conversation between someone who'll be the host, and we're going to rotate. Someone's going to be the person who's being interviewed, and the other person's going to be the host. So it gives everybody a chance to figure out how that feels. And there's no mistakes because this is how we learn. And we're going to play this back so everybody can see what it feels like, what it looks like, and see if we can do this over and over again so you guys get used to being either behind the camera or in front of the camera or somewhere in between. Does anybody feel good about that or bad about it?
Great. I'll go first.
Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. So does anybody want to interview Chris?
I'm done.
Who knows me?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So let's try that. So essentially, so we have those mics are working, or do we want to live up? At some point, I think we're going to do. Yeah, we're gonna do lives because I want everybody to really get used to being able to understand what this means. Does anybody know what a live is, or it doesn't know? Anybody doesn't know what a live is?
I don't know what a lob is.
So it's a wireless microphone.
What, to slap it on one of these?
Yeah, this is a micro. If you're gonna be talking, then you just put this, like everything, who's talking next, you just plug in the turn it on, it will give it wireless at the same time, your voice will be just in the camera, whatever.
Is this part where the mic actually is?
Yes.
So I don't want to keep it out.
Yeah, you're gonna put it here. The labs, it goes, from probably 6 inches to 13 inches maximum. If it's too far away, that's also with the boom, that's when you start to have the echo, the sound. So that's when we use the labs. But if you put it too close, then it's gonna pick in. That's when you control it from the camera, the settings. It's gotta be from 6 to 12. You have to say there, on the labs with the volume. And then everything else you can check and fix it on post. Because sometimes, especially with the red cameras, they are not the best with the audio to plug the labs, the clean, basically, audio directly to the camera. Because the cinema camera are just for images, not for audio. DSLR the same thing, but the amps they're a little bit kind of better. But what you have to do with the DSLR camera, you just have to put the amps down to 1. So basically you cannot hear anything. Now the only source of audio that we have on the cinema on the DSLR camera is gonna be just from this. Of course, it's not too high in there. That's one on post. You're gonna put the volume up in post production.
Right. Okay. And guys, we're gonna have another source of video and audio. We have Shane over here, and we're going to be streaming this. This is not going to any place other to connect to an audience, but we want to show you guys that everything that we're doing in here can be streamed, broadcast to a classroom, to an after-school program, or to your own channel. And this is going to be important because a lot of the stuff that we're doing right now is stuff we want to do, share one to many. And there's a lot of people who can still learn how to look over our shoulder virtually. So we're going to have screens up to actually show you guys what it is that we can do to project everything we're doing inside here to an outside world. Anybody have any questions? No questions?
Let's get it.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do this lightning round. So again, Chris is first up. Anybody want to volunteer to be second? Okay, ladies first, or ladies second. Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of create like a little green room. So why don't you guys, who want to be able to be first up, kind of get behind this gentleman here, Giovanni, in the brown, so we can actually have an order. And everybody is going to do this, but I just want to get a little bit of an order, so we can catalog this.
And
So everybody's going to do it. So you guys are hanging back. You're still going to be on, okay?
And did you still want me to interview Mr.
Yeah,
Alex?
yeah.
Sounds good.
it's incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, if you put this,
So Shane, I can take these mics away for right now.
Test, test.
Actually, maybe you should leave them up here so that we can actually pick up the audio on the stream, right? These,
And we can hand this around.
oh, okay.
Hand this around.
Okay. Actually, maybe I can use that to kind of do some commentary.
You should, and I have a second one right here as well.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna actually broadcast this too, so you can keep doing what you're doing, and I'll just work it in if you want to.
Yeah, I want to see the making of. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to level the audio, do a lot of things in real time. Work simultaneously.
Okay. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you pull it up a little bit more? Testing 1 2. Okay.
I'm gonna be interviewed as well.
Okay, no. I'm a professional. Like I think more of the mentor type side of it.
okay, got it. That's it, okay.
Okay. So we got.
I was playing something else for the camera, but it's not on your field.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to do these interviews and then we're going to get to the camera. Camera operation, lighting, and obviously, again, he spoke a little bit about the lavalier mics, the difference between the lavs, these handheld mics. So what we're going to do is we're going to get everybody kind of loosened up to try to get them in these chairs.
Right.
Okay. Right. Chris? CJ? Are you lived up?
I think this should be yours.
Oh, okay.
Because I will say.
Okay, testing 1 2 1 2. Does anybody have any questions thus far about what we're doing? Because this could be a little confusing. Anybody have any questions? How's anybody feel kind of crazy about this? Is it okay? I mean,
Excited.
all right, let's go, let's go. Oh. Okay, all right, so we have first up, and again, I want you guys to introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then, CJ, we're going to have you introduce Chris and start asking him a little bit about who, what, why, where, and how he plans to impact this program, the Heartbeat Apprenticeship Program. Okay, let's go.
Hello, my name is CJ Campbell, and I'm here with,
Hey, how you doing? My name is Christian Alex. Nice to meet you.
and we're here with the Dakar Foundation. We're going to figure out what, how, and why. So, Mr. Alex, what
It's Chris.
do you,
Chris.
Chris,
Chris is
what
fine,
do you
man.
do?
I'm a jack of all trades, man. So I'm a filmmaker. I'm an actor. I started out as a stuntman, and I started doing voiceover and branched out to telling stories, made a film, and wrote a couple of things. But yeah, I would liken myself to, an all-arounder. That's what I do.
That sounds good. And so, as an all-arounder, how do you think you can best apply your services to the Dakar Foundation?
Well, here's the thing, man. I really pride myself in taking a holistic approach. Oh, sorry. Hey. So I pride myself in taking a holistic approach of learning everything in front of and behind the camera. So it just depends on what the vision of the car is and where I can donate some time and be of service to them. I'll be more than happy to step in where they feel it would be most important. But if you want to talk about acting, I've been to some things. If you want to talk about like voiceover or stunts, I can speak to that. Or the filmmaking process in the business. I'm one of the few people that did the Robert Townsend, where I used my own money to make my own film, and studied distribution, went all around the world, and kind of built it from the ground up. So probably that way.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That's outstanding. And the last is the why. Why do you do what you do?
Nice.
The why I want to do what I want to do is I feel not only do I want to tell stories, my why is I want to tell stories on a big platform and have an amazing time with my friends and build community and leave the world better than I left it. That's my why. So Yeah, and I think, especially right now, being in the climate that we are in, I guess I'm a little bit older than these people, but we are the next generation of storytellers, meaning the things that have been in place for a very long time are rapidly changing. So there needs to be a litmus test of how to survive this landscape. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of Renaissance people and people who do a lot of things well that are going to not only test the market, but prove the market and then sustain it.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, let's-
Alex, everybody.
Yes, let's wrap. Everybody give a round of applause. That was a great start here.
I'm gonna say, please check out my film. It is on Tubi. It's on all the platforms, but Tubi pays the most, so please check it out. It's called Get the Girl. Get the Girl on Tubi. Get the Girl on Tubi. And Blanket, KillBlanket.com. That's my graphic novel that we're working on with Garrett Ward from Avatar. It's an amazing thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Okay, all right, nice.
Wait. You gotta tell your name too. Get the girl.
No, you're gonna flip. You're gonna switch.
Oh, we're gonna flip? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, sweet.
So that's what we're gonna do. You're gonna flip. So if we can keep your mic on, and then Gio, we're gonna have you interview Chris, and then we're gonna keep rotating, and then you're going to be after you interview. You're going to be the person interviewed.
Okay, so I'm interviewing Gio, right?
Yeah, let's do it that way.
Oh, no, sorry.
I'm trying to figure out what is the most organic way to make it happen. I think you got it.
Okay.
Because I want you to still be in the scene.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chris, we'll get you back, man. You might not be last, but you will be in there.
Okay.
Okay, camera's rolling.
Okay. We got a slate, or we good?
No slate.
Okay. Hey everybody, my name is Chris J. Alex. I'm with an amazing actress, filmmaker, and playwright. What is your name?
Giovanna Quinto, yeah.
Okay, now I know
Everybody-
Gio. That's okay.
Gio is good, yeah. Gio is how everybody knows me for.
Okay, now I know Gio. She's very near and dear to my heart. Tell me a little bit about yourself for those of you who don't know how amazing you are.
No.
Please let us know who you are and what your game is.
Thank you. Well, nice to meet you, everybody. Like I said, I'm Gio, and I'm from Brazil. I've been living in Los Angeles for 8 years. I'm an actor, voiceover actor, performer, a theater nerd, and mostly I would like you guys to know about my new project, which is called Border Body. It's a theater performance, and I think it has everything to do with what the proposal of this day is, which is to help especially immigrants like myself to live, thrive, and win in a country like the United States, full of opportunities, but they not always have opportunities or equal opportunities for our communities. So yeah, I would like to, I guess, show it and mentor and help people to do the same.
So as an artiste and a creative, you have created some amazing opportunity for yourself. Is there any advice for somebody looking to do what you do? Maybe they're aspiring playwright, or maybe they want to put their own play up overseas. Like, how did you go about doing that, and what advice would you have them?
Well, I can share what happened to me. This came as a little bit of a crisis where I almost gave up everything. I was like very unhappy. And then through the help of friends, I called my director, whose name is João Fábio Cabral. He's based in Lisbon, Portugal. And he's a friend of mine. And then cut to 3 weeks later, we had a play written. Collaborative. We both kind of wrote it together, and I had no answers, to be honest, but I made one promise to myself, which is to do it, to just get the ball rolling. And I promised myself that everything that I didn't know, I was gonna know as I went and as I actually get to do it. So I did it in a little bit of a tour in Spain, Barcelona, Madrid, and now I wanted to show it to the world. And I think, just like I did it with like very little, everybody can also do it.
So, I mean, I guess that brings us to a very important mantra that's not only, relevant here on the Dakar Foundation, but, we see this over at Heartbeat Studios all the time. We're at Heartbeat. So, it is an incredible amount of work that you had to do. Writing, producing your own play in a foreign language. So, I guess we always bring it back to what is your why? What keeps you driving, and what keeps you working those crazy hours? You want to explain that to us? What's your why?
I think love, right? I think I can recognize myself as an artist because my soul is of an artist, and many times I second guess this. I doubt myself. I have those feelings of I'm not enough. I want to give up. This is too difficult. But at the same time, there's nothing that I love the most but doing this, but being on stage, but being in front of a camera, or just like creating art and moving the world and moving people's hearts with it. I think that once we get to do what we love, money cannot never buy this. It's like the place that fulfills me the most, and I feel like it's important to tell these stories. Like Border Body talks about the challenges of being an LGBTQ plus immigrant woman living in the United States and getting to be an artist. It's it's kind of like what we challenge, what we face, the challenges that these communities face here, not only here in the United States, but also in the whole world. And I believe that it's important to do this, because this way I can help other immigrants and also other people overall to get to do the same, and to just tell them that it's possible to live, by your dreams.
That's very topical. So, okay, so to sum it up, if there was one thing that you could do before your time is up, what would it be? And then how could we find you and how can we support you?
So we are trying to bring the show to Los Angeles. We did a little tour in Europe, and we're trying to properly, fund it, get collaborators, and then to just, again, to do phase 2, which is to keep getting the ball rolling and then show the play to as many cities as possible. And you guys can also find us on Instagram. We have a page. It's called BorderBody_theater performance. And you can see our posts, little short movies, and it's also like live performances with random people on the streets of Barcelona and Madrid. And which was a cool experience too.
Well, you've been an exceptional guest. I'm Christian Alex. This is
Gio Quinto.
Everybody give it up for Gio Quinto.
Okay, next, Gio, you're going to be the interviewer.
No.
Who is next up for being interviewed?
This actually works in the
You'll be interviewing, right?
Huh?
Yeah, you will ask a question.
Yes.
I need to give my...
Okay, who's next up in the hot seat? Okay, Aaron, okay. And again, you guys are doing great because I haven't given you any instruction, but about 2 to 3 minutes so that we can kind of make this lightning round. Good, thank you guys.
Hi, I'm in.
All right, we're waiting for the camera. Camera rolling. Okay, go for it.
All right. Hello, I'm Giovanna Quinto, and I'm here with.
Aaron Davis.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and why are you here?
I'm here to learn more experiences for filmmaking. Specifically, I love being behind the camera and I love being on camera. I do content creating. I do YouTube. I do YouTube. I do TikTok. I do pretty much anything you could think of when it does come to content creating, especially streaming. I do videography for sports. I do photography for sports, and I also produce music. I do, I'm pretty much everything. You know what I mean when it comes to the industry.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's very, very good to have a lot of talents, especially in a city like Los Angeles. So tell us specifically, do you have a project or like one of those kind of talents that you want to mainly develop right now and show to us, to the world?
Most definitely my sports films, only due to the fact that I do love, my main sport that I do film is football. I used to play football, and that's, that right there. I just love filming it. Not even just that, you go to a game to film it and all types of stuff. And then not even just sports filming, but also YouTube. I want to grow and build a community for my YouTube channel. And TikTok, I'm currently at 33,000 followers, so I'm trying to build a bigger community for that as well, and then bring all of that, literally just bring all that to my streaming platforms as well.
That's amazing. And then I think to end this, do you have a favorite one of those talents, or also like a favorite theme or goal in order to support your community? Like focusing, what would you say is your focus in your streaming platforms?
Just to continue, like I said, just to continue growing it and building that community, only because building that community will do so much wonders for the near future and get me a bigger audience and, you know, more things to interact with. You know, just like the one streamer Kai Cenat, he's literally in every commercial you can see. He's been with Kevin Hart as if, you know, we're in Kevin Hart Studios right now. Who knows, but he'll be here. So it's just like, I really just want to get my name out there and get my work, you know, want to show people what my work can really do and how much it can be appreciated and how, you know, and just let everybody know who I can work with.
That's amazing. And where can we find you? Like, what are your platforms?
My everything is Just Aaron. It would be spelled JXST and then AARON. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, even Facebook, even though I don't use it, but it's on there as well. So
Yeah.
it's literally like, it's all just gonna be the same thing from there on out. And then for filmmaking, you will find me on Instagram and TikTok as Davis Clicks and Film.
Cool. Thank you so much. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, you guys don't move because this is one of the things I want to focus on. I need to know not just your affiliation with Dakar in the future, but where you came from. So, and Aaron, in your case, tell us what high school you're going to.
So currently I am at Saugus, but where I am from, I'm from the DMV, I'm from DC, I also lived in Maryland for a little bit as well. I went to a school called Seneca Valley over there. It was located in Germantown, and now I'm in California. I go to a school called Saugus in Santa Clarita.
Okay, and you're graduating this spring?
I do graduate this
At
this
your age? Your
I am
age?
18.
Okay, great. Give it up for Aaron and Gio. Okay, so next, Aaron, you're going to interview. And who's next up?
Okay, I have a quick question, quick setup. Can you put those pictures a little forward? Have some people feel in the background.
Is it cool if CJ interviews me?
Yeah. So who's next? Okay, so what was your suggestion for somebody?
Is if he's going to record the audio, I'm going to turn the speakers off. It's just going to bleed into the lavalier and it's going to double.
Okay. Shane.
I'm friends with the whole district. So how big of a district?
Shane, just had a suggestion. I'm not sure exactly. My brain is not functioning right now. Hold up, you guys. Just hold on for a second. We're just gonna.
You can put my camera in my back, please. I'll go to the restroom.
You're not
Like, I want everybody to know. Once you get my number, bro, you know, it's so fun. And it's a problem for me, especially but it was like, yo, go my comments, like, yo, I'm like, yeah, like, yeah, I mean, what we did do, but also I'm trying to do it. But yeah, I'm just,
Yeah. But I know because, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm making money off of it, so. Right now, I'm here,
We're on you, so when your camera's rolling, let us know.
That one is keep rolling, right?
Yeah.
That one is rolling?
Yeah, excellent. Is that hooked up to the monitor?
This one here?
Yes, is that?
No. This is just for this.
Okay. Okay, guys. Just wait for him to say camera rolling.
And camera rolling and go for it.
Hi, I'm Aaron Davis, and today we're here with another one-of-a-kind filmmaker. Please state your name, your age, and where you're from.
My name is Makari Dorsey. I am from Los Angeles, California, specifically Van Nuys. I am 21 years old, and my main focus is art, and that is more or less fine art, painting, watercolor, digital creations, all the sort. And I'm a super big creative. One of the things that I focus on, like for my why, is specifically my family and what I grew up around. So that means like media, movies, music, all the things of the sort. I try to have a really big inspiration and incorporate all those type of things into things that I create, because I know for a fact that a lot of people in my age range and just around me are very highly influenced by the same things I am. So I try to translate that into my pieces so I can actually resonate with people. I want people to take what I make and more or less be independent thinkers. The community that I'm trying to build, more or less what he was on, is TikTok, everything. I'm on it all. And that's what I am, and that's what I try to be. Every single day, I try to get better. Every single day. And that's what I push out there to the world. That's what I want to promote. That's my why. And as far as like what my favorite like things are, like the things that I make, it would mainly be my pieces involving me. It's really crazy to say that too, but a lot of the things that resonate with people are the things that honestly involve me and my mental health and what I go through. Because a lot of the time people don't really have a good way of putting that out to the world, right? All it is pain, and we're trying to figure out a way to translate it into something positive. So that's like my message. That's pretty much what I grind for.
So another question, what does bring you to Dark Art Studios?
What brings me here is the amount of people my age, being around all these like-minded individuals, people like you, people like who, I'm so sorry, I forget her name, Gio, right? I want to surround myself with people like this because quite frankly, what a lot of us have experienced when it comes to COVID and when it comes to just not being able to express ourselves is life-changing. Not many people our age even recognize what they're going through. And a lot of people won't recognize it until they're 30. And that's more or less what I'm trying to like push out there, right? And not many people really even recognize that our age. So that's mainly like what brings me here, right? It is the community and it is the people, it is the mindset. And I want to be around that more often. I want to foster it better. I want to create things that no one's ever seen before.
Really do truly like, I like his answers a lot. You know, he's most definitely right about us being in a more positive mindset. Not a lot of people are in that, especially like you said, due to COVID. But you know, your answers were really, you know, as most people say, valid. They were valid, valid reasonings, and you know, you look like, and what it sounds like is you really want to thrive for this. Like you're really trying to push your name out there, just as I am, and you're really trying to thrive to get your name out there.
Oh yeah.
So I love your answers, man. It was, you know, I didn't really have to ask that many questions, but you basically gave us a hint of why you're here and what you're trying to do to proceed and succeed in life.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, that was great. That was great. I enjoyed that, and we'll hit you on the next interview.
Oh, one more thing too. Every day we try and be better. Every single day. That's like my main mantra that I live by. Even though I don't do it and commit to it every single day, that is my main thing. Every single day, I am making something and making a better version of myself. Every day, in any aspect. Either it be.
All we can do.
Oh yeah.
That's all we can do. But all right, y'all. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next interview.
All right, that was dope. That was dope. Okay, so we're gonna flip. So, Bakari, you're going to be interviewing.
Okay.
And okay.
Just so you know, you have Tech, Lemert in the backstage as well.
Oh, okay. Can we bring her on now?
Sure.
Yeah, because I want to have somebody from our community of partners address us and let us know a little bit about them.
Let's make sure that they're ready.
Oh.
So maybe we can cue them up for after the next interview because I don't see that their camera's on.
Okay.
We'll let them know after the next one.
So let me.
I like the framing and composition is so good to see that clarity.
So who's next? Who's next for the interview? So. Okay, so Giovanni, you go next, and then I'm gonna have we're gonna flip the script and have some people have customized interviews. Huh?
Kevin, I can take over.
The DJI back?
No, we're good.
You really don't want the? I was gonna say you don't want the one with the DJI.
When I was shooting it with the DJI, and it was so far away that I could see the blurry. It was like I don't know what's going on. It didn't look HD anymore. So I think I did something with my camera. I don't know. Maybe I had to wipe the lens or something.
It's probably just something like that. And I didn't know that there was different lenses for the DJI. That's hella fun.
Man, 6K.
I go to school right now. I'm making sure that I get honestly, I'm making sure that I'm not wasting my time. I joined late though, so I'm turning 21 and my first year.
It's next week.
Are you writing down, bro? You better be writing down interview questions. That's all I know, bro. You better be hitting me with. You better hit me with. I'm giving you a personal interview, bro. You better be having some good questions, bro.
Can I bring my notebook?
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure? All right, then yeah, I will.
What do you think about what I'm doing here? It's really good. I think this is really smart. This is really good to get all these testimonials now. And then it just shows how many people are here. It shows like how many bodies were here, and it shows the interest. So that when you show this to future partners, if you show it to like potential partners, it's like, hey, we have a cohort of people who are dedicated to do this, and it makes more of an emphasis on why it's necessary. Look how many people are here today, and it almost didn't happen.
This is cool because Paris is going to come on our live stream. I'm thinking that I'm going to have you interview her and try to draw from her.
So we'll
So after CJ interviews you, I'm going to try to see if
I'll stay up and I'll do this. Gotcha. So we'll go. We'll switch off after them. We'll let them go, and then we'll switch off. Gotcha. All right, you ready?
Okay, guys. All right. Listen, we cameras are rolling. All right. Ready? So, Car, you're going to introduce Giovanni.
Just 1 foot separate. That's it. For you a little bit. That's pretty much it. Yes.
And we're rolling. Hello, my name is Makari Dorsey, and today we are here with
Giovanni Perez.
Nice to meet you, Giovanni Perez. I'm gonna ask you a few questions. So, who are you, and what do you do?
Yeah, so the best way I like to describe myself is I'm this kid from East LA who grew up many years ago, understood the community I was in, the situation that me and my family had. And when I hit high school, I just decided to join the Marine Corps. It was in the height of 9/11 and everything, and I just decided I needed some structure in my life. Wasn't really sure where I was going, what I was gonna do. So I just decided to do that. Why the Marine Corps? Basically because everybody told me I couldn't do it. So I did that. I did 8.5 years there in the infantry. Did 3 tours to Iraq. Had a lot of scrapes and bumps and stuff like that during that time. But then it came to a point where those injuries started hurting my affection in the Marine Corps, so I couldn't stay in, so I had to get medically retired. So I was like 25 when I left the Marine Corps. Thought I had a full career in front of me, but I didn't. It was kind of cut short because of my injuries. So when I came back to LA, I just didn't know what to do. I decided to go to school, and I was going to school for I don't know what reason. I was trying to find a career path. I decided to work. I was doing a lot of work in the community, working with homelessness, veteran services, things of that nature. And I've kind of drifted away from school and came back in, and now I'm just finished my undergrad. Got accepted to USC for my master's program, and but really who I am is just that, just this kid from East LA who's trying to figure himself out and and figure out what's the next portion of my life.
First of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Amazing. I want to then ask is your why?
Yeah. My why every day, kind of like what you were saying earlier, you got to live your best day forward and got to be the best every day. My why is knowing that not everybody gets this opportunity every day, right? We don't all get to wake up the next morning. We don't all get to have the luxuries that we have. So I just want to ensure that every day I'm putting that forward. I'm giving my whys in my life for everybody else who can't live those.
You seem like an amazing person and pillar in your community. one of the things that I want to ask you is, what is the message that you're trying to push towards your community or towards any youngins that honestly would be able to hear your words?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, when you think about your community and things of that nature, especially someone who's done what I've done, I never look at myself being a pillar to the community, but I always want to be a representation. Like when I first did the Marine Corps, it was really no one in my family has ever done it. I don't want my little brothers to do this without having firsthand experience, especially what we're going through at the time. So it was really just being a representation of who that is. So that's all I really want to be is for my community, is let them know like there is no end. You know, we can always just, you know, time is just time, but you got to make the best out of your time in every experience in every situation you got.
Awesome. Last and final question. If you could give yourself one piece of advice, what would it be? From you now to younger you.
Follow through in everybody you meet. Every connection you meet is someone who's going to be a connection later in your life. If I would have followed through with a lot of my connections, I probably would have a little bit more of a stable, easier transition. But definitely, you know, keep in contact and keep on pushing.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Gio.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna take CJ, who's gonna interview Wyken, and then I think we're gonna bring someone from our community partners in from online.
Yeah, that's the interview one. Okay.
They're not responsive yet, Kev. Just still waiting.
Okay, let me call it. Give us 60 seconds.